is my favorite part. I learned that from Lisa Bauer years ago. It's my favorite part of the party, okay? All right, so Ann, I call her Grand Ann because she sells a lot of $1,000, y'all. So Grand Ann, how do you get your guests away from the table? Let's talk about that first, when you are moving into the individual consultation.
So I pay attention during the party, and the first person I close, I want to be someone that's excited about being there. So I watch what they're doing, and as they're interacting, I'm gonna definitely take someone who I know is gonna buy some product. Because then when she leaves the room, she's gonna come back and talk about it, right, with all the other people along out there. So I'm watching the party and seeing who's potentially, you know, this woman can't stop talking about the oil mattifier, and now she's talking about how great her skin feels, you know, they're all there. But I'm looking for the one that's gonna spark the other people to talk about the things they like too. So, and I'm being real intentional about that during the party. And so I would say, you know, hey, Sue, I'm gonna close with each one of you. You already know that, but Sue, I'm gonna ask you to come meet with me first. And so when I do it at my house, I have my breakfast table that I have all of these people at, and then I just bring them into the game room and I sit in the game room. And so at the game room, I'm at a table and they're on one side. I have a nice comfortable seat for them and I'm across the way. And so they come in and I ask them to bring two things with them. They have to bring the set sheet with them, which I've already had them while I was doing it, circle the 4 sets. If money were no objects, which 4 sets do you want today? I mean, you know, if they were free, what do you want? And so they circle their 4 sets, and then their card, which I've intentionally had them fill out questions on the back of their card that I'm gonna talk to them about. So they bring these 2 things in, and so that's how I pick who comes in first. And I just remind them, if you haven't filled this out yet, be doing that. And so that's how I decide who comes first.
Okay, so let's just pause for a minute, make sure we're on the same page. So when I do, all right, I believe the hardest thing for someone to master, but the best, most important thing is the booking, okay? So on the back, this is what I do, this is what Ian did. We take 4 reservations in this box that says for consultant use only, and I always make a joke. Turn over on the back, you'll see the little pink box that says for consultant use only. I'm making you a consultant for the next 1 hour, so enjoy it. We'll talk later if you have any questions, okay? And then I'll say number 1 to 4 vertically. And then if they don't do it, I always go, right here. Because they do, I always do that. I will always, if Jill's not filling out, I'll be like, right here. It's right here in this box. Because y'all, I'm
Because they just sit there and they're like, and so you have to be
Right.
like, there's your pen. There's
Right.
your pen.
And so you're telling them like the teacher to number, because if they do it, the thing is, this is my evidence that she needs a booking,
Yeah.
okay? So I used to talk about the booking 1 or 2 times and nobody would ever book. So now I'm like, okay, they gotta be 4 reservations. So the first reservation is their custom skincare applicator, custom skincare, treatment. It's like a spa, it's like spa reservations. So they're gonna choose from microdermabrasion, charcoal mask, or revealing radiance facial peel. We won't go into this too much, but that's the 3 products. I do a commercial and they get to pick one to try for follow-up. The second commercial is, we're doing CC cream today. What do you want for your follow-up appointment? Is it the under eye corrector? Is it our liquid foundation match or our silky setting powder? So I don't do under eye corrector normally because I want them to come back. I want them to try it. So I don't do everything or they won't come back. The third thing I make a reservation for is if I'm doing on-the-go color, which is cream eye colors, mascara, and a lip color, then they put their reservation for their color card and they just write their eye color down. So if we're doing on-the-go color, which I love to start out with the liquid eye colors, then they're making a reservation with their eye color for their awesome custom card of samples that's gonna pop your eye color. If I'm at Jill's party and now I'm doing the custom eye color card because she picked that, now I'm promoting the dash out the door, the on-the-go color, and I just say, just write dash out the door. And that's how I know which color look they're doing. So I'm flip-flopping between 2 color looks. And then the last one is brows, because everybody wants their brows done. So I always say put brows if you want to learn how to map your brows. So that's what Ian's talking about.
So I'm a little bit confused. Can you tell us, okay, because this is all Greek to me, it's all new for some reason. tell me what that looks like on that card. Are they answering 4
They're just
different
writing-
times?
No, they're just writing 4 reservations. This is your spa reservation
You might
card.
put number
That's
1
the
charcoal
book then
mask,
for the
number
second
2 under eye
appointment.
corrector and powder. Like they'll just.
Yeah.
So they're just writing what you're
This is
saying.
what they're trying
Their
to
choice.
get.
What they want to do next.
Right,
It's
but
kinda
are
like a
they,
spelling bee.
Right.
Number one, and you, is this word, so number one is which one of these 3 things do you wanna
Their
do when I
choice,
meet with you
yeah.
next time? How do you wanna get paired? And
Okay.
they just pick one.
They're putting in their
Okay.
order for their next session.
Correct.
And
Well-
then
If they don't fill all 4.
they won't. Some of them don't. And they just, that's okay.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get at least 2 or 3 things on there so there's a reason to come back.
Okay.
Okay? I'll
Okay.
do a training on this on a quick video and I'll stick it in
Okay.
in our boards. Okay. All right, so are we good on that? You may not be 100%, but we'll go over that a little bit later if we need to.
I've never heard
All
that
right, so Ann, now you've got them at the table.
Oh, and Karen, I don't know if you meant to say this, but, and then you also go, after you do the reservation, you're also doing going over the sets, like she said.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, you
we're
already
coming.
did that.
No,
She
we're
said she
coming.
already did that.
Yeah,
No, they did it
we're
before they
coming
came
to-
in.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I was at the party, they circled their 4 that
You
they
already
wanted.
kind of did the table.
They did it at
Yeah.
the table, they didn't do it in with me because I don't have enough time for that.
Right.
I'm not spending more than 5
Right.
minutes
But
with
you
you
already,
guys.
like,
So,
presented the
okay,
sets.
yeah, so the table close is different from the individual close. The table close is showing the roll-up bag, and it's showing first that this is what they're gonna get for free. You don't give them the sheet. Please do not pass this out first. Do not put it underneath their tray. This is for you, away from the table. And you say, y'all, I'm so excited today, we got these awesome specials for you, and one of the special you're gonna love today is that you can get this roll-up bag for free. Y'all, this totally decreases cosmetic clutter in your bathroom. You just hang it up on the back of your bathroom door, you can work from it. We think a woman created this because everything zips from the top so nothing falls out. It's awesome, and it just helps you organize skincare, color, supplements, everything that you might need. And so this is regularly $36, you can get this for free today. Let me walk you through some of the specials, but first off, I'll just tell you, you can use any check, credit card, Venmo, Cash App. We don't want your first child, but I can be creative in financing. I always say that, because the more you make them laugh, the more they buy. I learned that years ago. And so they'll laugh, and I'll be like, well, seriously, we'll talk creative financing if you need it, okay? And so let me just share with you my specials, because you know what I love about this? You can customize your special. So I'm gonna give you this sheet really quick, and I'm gonna walk you through it. Now, y'all, when I pass this sheet out, everybody should have at least one on their table. I do not go through every set. I'm gonna keep their attention. This is what it sounds like. Y'all, this is awesome because I told you you get that bag for free. So if you spend $1.99 or more today, you get a free bag. But the cool thing is you can customize what you want. And so if you look at box number 1, that's our Time-Wise Miracle Set, our 3D Miracle Set. This is the 4 products we use in the very beginning to give you softer, smoother, younger looking skin. Listen to this, it's $120 for a 4-month supply, and you get 1 product half price. So you need to be thinking, which product today did you want half price, because you're gonna get that with it. I'm assuming she's gonna buy it. Number 2 is that Microdermabrasion Plus set. We talked about that for your follow-up appointment. Some of you made a reservation. If you want a pore polisher, that's for $58. The spa set we mentioned a little bit. Charcoal mask, gel mask, and the brush, that's $61. I showed you those awesome soothing eye gel patches earlier. That also comes with a great topical soothing gel as well, and that's $58. Probably one of my most popular sets after the Miracle Set is number 5, and that's satin hands and satin lips for $58. Now I want you to skip down super quick to number 7. This is where our CC cream is, and our silky setting powder and a brush for $58. Everybody loves that set. And then today, you know, we did our Dash Out the Door color. That's number 10, and that is our 2 liquid eye colors, mascara and a lipstick or a lip gloss for $64. Everyone wants the I Love It set because that gives you that fabulous eye makeup remover with a mascara liner and a concealer or under eye corrector. And there's tons more on here, y'all. There's tons more. You can look at it. Here's what I need you to do. I love to do a survey. I just want to find out, if money were no object, which 4 sets would you take home with you? So really quickly, could you circle the 4 sets that you would love to have if you could? Right here,
Yeah,
Lauren.
that's a
If
good
you could
ticket,
circle
yeah.
it, Lauren, if you could
You
circle
get a
it.
ticket, whoever circles it first.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's super quick. I don't go through everything because it's too much. I'm just talking about what we showed. Okay? All right. So now, Ann, let's get back to Ann's phenomenal words. Ann, walk us through when you begin to close the first roll of party. When you're sitting down first, you're going to talk about the sales. So let's talk about the beautiful thing. When you're sitting one-on-one with me, what are you saying to me? Okay?
But hold on,
She
before
said, Ann, that you really only spend 5 minutes.
I spend 5 minutes with each person. I never spend more time than that because when you come, when I do this, they're in and out, and they can be in and out. Some of them are in and out within an hour. But some of them are in, but they're never there more than an hour and a half. So, because I'm gonna spend 5 minutes with each person, and then I'm gonna go out and socialize with people and kind of close it up, and so it's very succinct. It's not, they're here to buy some makeup, right? And who doesn't need makeup? So the first mindset is, you know, I don't know about you, but God has me look at people and I don't ever say, wow, you really could use Mary Kay. Because that's not the right thing to say, but that's what God's telling me. If you don't talk to this person about Mary Kay, then how is she ever gonna get help with her skin? Okay, I'll talk. So, but it's hard because you see people. So I assume that everyone coming, they know they're coming from Mary Kay, right? So they all want to do something. They're gonna get something today. Nobody's walking out without purchasing
So
it.
you're expecting this.
Oh, it's expected, but I've already prayed for these people. I knew their names ahead of time, and I'm like, okay, God, you let me know throughout the session what I need to tell them about. You know, sometimes I don't know what they need, but God knows what they need. So if you can just tell me, Holy Spirit, what they need, that'd be great. And so a lot of my closing is about listening to God. And I literally, with each person, I'm listening to a little bit about them that I've learned, and then I'm just asking the Holy Spirit, what do you want me to say to this woman? Just like I would if I were praying for you at church, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm praying for someone at church, I really have no idea what I'm gonna say to you when you come up for prayer, but then God tells me what to say to you, so I just say that. So it's the same type of thing. So I'm on closing, and the person's coming in, and she comes in to sit down, and so I'm gonna do some model with you, Karen. Are you ready? Okay, so Karen, you know, I just want to know, first of all, what was fun for you today? Did you have a great time?
I love the women here, it's so much fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a hoot girl, I love this.
Well, I'm glad you had fun. I sure have enjoyed meeting you today. So I want you to tell me, I'm looking here at your set sheet,
Yeah.
okay, and things, and I'm looking at the 4 things that you circled. So these look like really great products. You circled the Miracle Set and the Dash Out the Door look and the Satin Set.
Yeah.
And also, it looks like you want this Skin Vigorate brush, so that's
Oh, I
amazing.
love that, yeah.
So, did you want to just go ahead and get started with all 4 of those things today?
Well, I don't know if I can do all 4, but, you know, I'm gonna get a couple things, yeah.
Oh, okay, well, great. So, look, I would tell the first thing you have to go for is this Time-Wise set.
Yeah,
Because that's
definitely.
number 1, you gotta take care
I
of
do
your
want
skin.
that, yeah, I can feel
Okay,
it.
so while she's doing that, I'm just writing down, she's got the Time-Wise set, okay? I'm gonna say now, remember, we're gonna come back to it because you're gonna get also a product for 50% off. So
Okay.
you'll be thinking about that, don't
Okay.
forget.
Okay.
So what was your next favorite set?
Probably that satin set, I did
Okay.
really like that.
So I'm gonna write you down for the satin set. That's gonna be great. You're gonna love that. With this time of year, it's gonna be perfect for
Okay,
you.
yeah.
All right. Is there anything else that you really like today? What's
Well, I
something
liked
else?
everything, let's just be clear, I loved it all, but I think that's probably good for me today.
Okay, well, I wanna check with you because one thing I would really recommend, you know, you got the skincare set, but I'd recommend that the foundation is part of that. Remember how we talked about that?
Yeah.
So what about the CC cream? Do you wanna add the CC cream?
Can I get that for half price?
Sure, you sure can. Now, what I will tell you though, is the half price item, you're getting the CC cream, that's a $22 item, so it's $11 free. Now, we all love a great deal when we go to the store, right? So you can get like a bigger item, like the microdermabrasion set, it's $58, you
Hold on.
can get that half price.
Can I get that Skin Vigorate thing for half price?
Oh, you sure can, yes you can. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great, so I'm gonna write that down, that's gonna be your half price item, and you're gonna love that.
Okay, okay.
Now, what about the CC cream though, do you still wanna get that, or what are you thinking, because I want you to make sure you've got your finished look, you're looking really
I
great
did
right now.
like that, okay, I'll do that.
All right, perfect, I'm gonna write that down, so I'm totaling your order, and then I'm gonna say, but you know, I wanna go ahead and book your, next appointment, your follow-up, so I'm looking here at your card, and I'm seeing that you really like the microdermabrasion set, so when we meet again, is that what you wanna try?
Yeah, definitely, try it.
Okay, I can't wait because you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. And then the second thing here I saw is that you put the blue eye look. Is that the look you want to try?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna just tell you that that day you're gonna be the special person, and I'm gonna have come a little early and spend a little extra time on you.
Okay.
And I see you want your brows.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna do your brows that day. So let me just pull out my calendar real quick. Tell me if a weeknight or a weekday works the best for you to schedule your appointments.
Probably like a Thursday night would be good.
Okay, Thursday night. I have Thursday night, November the 17th available. Does that work for you?
Sure, yeah, that should work.
Perfect. What time works for you best? Is it better right after work or a little bit later?
Let's do like 7.
7 o'clock. Okay, great. I'm gonna put you down here for Karen, and I'm gonna slot you in, and I cannot wait to spend time just pampering you at 7. Now, I will tell you this. You know, my goal is always to do 30 faces in a month, and thank you so much for helping me be one of my 30 faces this month. It's been fantastic. And I just want you to know that I'm trying to set my goals. So if you can bring a couple of your friends, hopefully people I don't know, because I'm really trying to reach out and meet new people, then I'm gonna have some special things for you. So if you bring one friend, I'm gonna give you a $30 gift card. You can spend it however you want. But if you can get 2 or 3 of your friends there, then I'm gonna give you $99 for $35. See, I gotta get that right. I write that down because I don't have that memorized yet, y'all. See, it's right here on my table. And then, or if you can get 4 or 5 and then you end up having 6 like we did here today, then I'm gonna give you $99 a product for $35. So,
75 for 35, no.
yes, thank you.
It's all good.
It's all good. See, I write that down because I
You
don't have it
really need to
memorized
work on
yet.
that, because you're really struggling.
I know, I'm really struggling. Man, I gotta work on it. You know, they don't know if I mess up, right? That's why I always tell myself, these people don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, so when I mess up, I just roll with it.
That's right. That's
I
right.
mean, they don't know, I mean, so I go, okay. So then I say, well, that's great, so we're gonna come on that date, we're gonna do that, but, what do you think about that? Do you think you'll be able to get some friends?
I could probably get like my neighbor and her friend, I could probably do 2.
Okay, great. Well, I want you to just pull out your phone right now and start a little note on your phone and write down those friends, because when you leave here, I'm gonna remember and I'll follow up with you.
Okay.
And maybe you'll think of some more friends, because I wanna really make sure you get $99 a product for
I
$35.
mean, that does sound good. Okay.
Because you know, you can pretty much get some rest of what you want on here for that.
Okay, okay.
So I'm really excited about that. Now, I will tell you today, you spend enough money that you get the free roll-up bag, and you're gonna love the free roll-up bag. So I can't wait. I'm gonna be following up with you in a couple of days to see how everything's working for you. All right, and then the other thing is, you know, the most important thing is, you watched what I did today. Is this something that you have thought about or watched me do and think,
Oh,
you know, I'd kind of
no.
like to do? No, okay, well, that's great. You know, I love to get people's opinions. And so I'm just wondering, it's part of my training, and Karen will help me with my training. I'm learning, I'm very learning. I'm always learning from her.
Very
And
learning.
so if you could just hop on to listen for like 20 minutes about the opportunity, I'm gonna give you a free mascara or lip gloss, which is your choice, whichever.
You know, I actually needed mascara, so,
Oh,
yeah. I can find it for
fantastic.
free, yeah.
So, when can we do that?
I could probably do it tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow's perfect for me. All right, let's see, tomorrow I can do, how about 2 o'clock tomorrow?
That sounds good.
All right, so I'm gonna slot you in for 2 o'clock. I'm gonna send you a Zoom link. I'll send that here in just a little bit, make sure you have it.
Okay.
And then I'll also send you a reminder right before. But I can't wait, it's just a few minutes, and I can't wait to give you your free mascara.
Thank you so much. I
All right, well, I'm so glad you were here today, and I cannot wait to meet with you again to pamper you. I'm just gonna grab your products real quick and give them to you, because everything you purchase today, you will be taking home with you, and won't that be great? So-
Yeah, thank you.
So I have my bag, I have my travel bag, okay?
The
It's
big suitcase.
the big suitcase stacked with whatever the other thing is, along with the lip thing. And I literally am sitting here, and I'm still holding a conversation with them while I'm just packing their bag full of all their stuff. And I'm like, I'm so glad, I'm just still interacting with them, and I'm finding all their stuff. I pack it up, I say, here you go. And I said, do you want to pay with it with a check, MasterCard, what do you want to do? How would you like to pay today?
Venmo.
Oh, Venmo, fantastic. So let me just give you my Venmo information, so you can go ahead and send that to me.
Perfect.
And so I give her my Venmo, she sends me the money, she walks with her product.
Now, literally, that is what she does. I watched her over and over on that Saturday, and I was working with the people out here. I'd send them in, and I could hear those words over and over, and that's what she did. She
She's
closed all three.
initiating every single thing, like there's no lapse, and there's no, like, you're so confident, you're leaning in, you're like zoning her in.
Yeah.
And then in turn, I watched you, Karen, because at the beginning, Karen was sitting like this. And naturally, Karen just like leaned in because you initiated that
That's a good observation.
trust.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Now, can you role play?
Karen, you're such a good actress.
Only because I've seen it 18,000 times. Can you role play? Let's just say that I only bought one of those sets, and you want to try to get me up to the free roll-up bag. Can we talk about what that sounds like?
Oh, sure.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so I see you've got 4 sets here that you really like. Talk to me about, do you want to get all 4 of those today?
No, I don't think so. But I mean, I really did I like that dash out the door thing. That was really cool. So I'll just do that. That's all I'm gonna do today.
The dash out the door look.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, the dash out the door looks a really great thing. Talk to me about what skincare you're using right now currently for your face.
Well, just a little bit of this, that, and the
Oh,
other.
you're using the summer line.
Yeah.
I love the summer
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Well, let me just tell you, the most important thing is your skin. So I'm gonna tell you that, you know, as a consultant, you know, I've been using Mary Kay for 30 years and I'm 56.
Really?
So I just want you to know that it works. And I
Yeah.
said, you know, I did a survey, that's how I started with Mary Kay to begin with, where I went to women that were in their 70s or 80s and I asked them in the mall, what are you using for skincare? And over 50% of them that looked great said they used Mary Kay. That's why I chose Mary Kay 30 years ago. So it's never too late to start on skincare and you wanna start early, especially around your eye area. So is it something you might consider trying? And you know, we do have a buyback, 100% buyback guarantee. I'll trade it out if it doesn't work for you, you don't think it's great. But we sometimes focus on our glamour, which is great because you look fabulous right now with that glamour and I love it. You do look good. And so I love that, but I just want you to know that underneath the skin that we have, that's number one, to make your skin look the best it can.
I know, you're right. All right, I think you're right. You know, I'm right. I'll try it. If you say
Well,
definitely.
you know,
100%
the
guarantee.
thing about it is when you add this in, you're gonna get the free roll-up bag. And let me tell you, you don't wanna miss out on this free roll-up bag. Remember, it's a whole little roll-up bag, and oh yeah, you automatically are gonna get that, and now you're gonna get another half price item.
I don't
Yeah. So,
Okay.
what half price item can I interest you in today?
know.
What'd you love?
I really like that satin hand set. I mean, can I get that?
You want the whole set?
No, I just want the satin hands.
Just the satin hands? Sure. Yes, I can get that to you for 50% off, no problem.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So I'll give that to you today, no problem. Is there anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, well, you know, I'm so excited about coming back to meet with you next time, but you're gonna love this stuff, and I can't wait. I want you to send me a picture of how you organize your free roll-up bag, okay? Because I wanna see it.
Y'all, she would have people come in and they would be like, they would tell me at the table, I'm not getting anything. And then they would go in and have the conversation and she would say, yeah, she got a roll-up bag. Like she says, I can't keep roll-up bags in stock. So it's a $36 bag that costs you $18 that is, women love bags. We love bags. And if you will romance the bag and show her how she can get the bag, it works. Yeah. Stacy.
And I have a question for you. You're just personal use, right?
That is correct. You know, I just tried a new product today. I'd never tried the finishing spray, but Victoria let me borrow hers. Every day I try a new product. I'm just personal use. That's right. Yes. Yes, everything you use, you love. So keep using
One
it.
of my upselling tips that I do is I keep asking if they want to add stuff until I get 2 no's.
Yeah.
So I'll say, what about the eye makeup remover? Are you running out of that? No, I'm okay. Or actually, yes, add that. Or, you know, I know you love that foundation primer. Is that something you would add? Because they forget.
Yeah.
And then she might say no. And then if I get a second no, I usually kind of stop
Stop
after 2 or
it.
3
Yeah.
no's. So,
Yeah.
but I'll just kind of pay attention to what everybody is raving over and then try to remember, at least ask about mascara, eye makeup remover,
Yeah.
and anything to complete any sets.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. And I think it's important with that Miracle Set special, Ian, talk about how do you, when you're promoting it at the party and you're talking about the half price item, like, can you just give us some of your words as you're talking about it to start the closing in the midst of the party?
So, you know, they're trying the skincare, and while they're doing that, I'm talking about, you know, all the great things that each one of the steps do, but then I also say, you know, this is something you're doing that's really a lifetime skill. You know, it's for your life. So, you know, your face, everyone's always gonna see, and so the better we take care of our face, the better it looks as we get older. So it's an investment in yourself. And so you all deserve an investment in yourself, everyone here. So no matter what you're using right now, I just want you to stick with a line that you love to use. You know, whether it's Mary Kay or something else, you need to have a skincare line that you're using that's all one product. So keep that in mind as you're using things today. And as I go with each product, I'll talk about different things, like when you're cleaning your face. You know, sometimes you go to bed with makeup on your face. Well, you know, if you go to bed with makeup on your face, then that's clogging your pores, which isn't great. And so you want to definitely be taking your makeup off. And so that's what this is doing. I talk about different things specifically. When I talk about the eye cream, I definitely say, you know, everyone should start using eye cream when they're in their 20s. I said, you know, I've been using eye cream for years, and I said the thing about it is it's an investment for long term. So like I tell my daughter, she's 26, and she called me and said, I'm gonna need new eye cream, Mom. And I said, so if a 26-year-old's phoning their mother to ask for an eye cream, then everyone needs an eye cream, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just a matter of which eye cream you need and what you need, because we all have different things happening. So then that might be a conversation I have at the moment about what do you have going on with your eyes. Does anyone have a question about their eyes? And someone will say, oh, I got puffy eyes, or and so I'm listening for the things that they're saying that bother them about their eyes, because when I get to the close, I'm gonna remember what you said, so that I can talk to you a little bit more about you saying that at the table and what that meant.
Good, so I would hear her talk to people about what they wanted, and maybe it was like $123. And I want you to know that Ann always would say, well, just so you know, you're only $70-some away from the bag, and I just don't want you to miss the bag,
Yeah.
right? So she would always bring it back to the deal, because we like deals, you know?
Well, and one person said they only wanted 2 products. You know, there's that one sheet we get that shows the 2 skincare products. And so one person said, well, I just want those 2 things. And so then I said, well, you know, let's just stop and pause for a minute about that. These are the things that you're getting. You're getting these items for yourself. And I said, when you just get 2 of the items, then you're really missing out. You don't have the night cream and you don't have the eye cream. So you're really missing out on the benefits of those 2 products. So I will even convince her to swap something for the skincare.
Yeah.
So I will say, you know, you said you wanted the dash out the door look, and that's really important, and I love that. But I really think you need these other 2 products more to take care of you. Because you're thinking about the way you look on top of your skin, I'm thinking about the investment of life on the underneath part of your skin, and so on the inside. And she says, okay, fine, I'll take that, but most of the time she says, I'll just add those in.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to take away the dash out the
Yeah.
door, even though I recommend, let's just swap some stuff.
Yeah.
She's like, well, she's trying to decrease the sale right here, right? Because I'm saying, let's just swap some
Yeah.
stuff, and she's like, well, no, I don't wanna swap anything, but I'll add those 2.
Right.
I say, okay, great, that's fantastic, because you're gonna love it.
And now you get to add a half price product.
Correct, and then I say, and just because you made that decision, now which half price product do you want?
So you're rewarding her for making the best decision.
Correct.
And I think it's very rare that somebody does not get the half price. I mean, I don't think anybody's ever not gotten a half price item with me. I mean, how can you turn down a half price item?
But I do negotiate the half price item, like when someone says they want a blush,
Yeah, right.
and I'm like, you just want $76 today? I mean, you can get any product on here, anything, for half price, and you want a blush. And they'll rethink it, they'll be like, well, hold a second, you're right, I'm only saving $6 if I get a blush, yes. But if you get a bigger item, you save more money. And so then they're like, yes, you're right, I need a bigger item.
And then they probably still get the blush.
Yes, then they say, but I do still want that blush. I said, okay.
So, Ann, are you doing the majority of your parties in person? And if that is the case, I would like to find out around the room, when you do the individual consultation virtually,
Right.
what has been the best, like where have you gotten your best results? Calling them after or doing the breakout room after? Just kind of wanted to get a feel for what works best for the individual consultation virtually.
So I do about 50-50 of what I do.
Okay.
I only really hold 2 appointments a week, y'all. I'm doing what I'm doing, holding 2 appointments a week. One's a 15-minute appointment and one's an in-person. That's all I'm doing. That's all I have time for.
One virtual.
It's
one.
small pockets of time, and they are so small. So I'm doing 1 virtual 15-minute appointment a week, and then sometimes Karen has those events, and I'll have people pop on those. So if there's a third one, she's doing it, not me. And all I'm doing is following up, right? So
Amen.
if there's 3 in a week, it's only because I was available the time she was, and so I invited some people to hop on and let
Yes.
Karen sell some products.
Yes.
So I do want to tell you that she is a junior high principal of a school with 1,300 students, 4 APs, assistant principals, and she's a mother and a grandmother, and she's extremely active in her church. So I'm not telling you this, well, I mean, she is fabulous, but I'm telling you this because you are missing people who you are saying to yourself, they're too busy. She makes enough money. She does not need Mary Kay for the money.
So I give everything that I make, 100% of my profits are going to my church right now, everything. We're in the middle of a build, and I'm just building the church. And so literally, I don't need any of this, so everything God gives me, I'm just giving back. 100%, and it's a gift. And my husband's like, how long are we gifting? When I had the $10,000 week where I sold 10,000, that was 5,000 my profit, and he goes, is it all going to the church? I said, yes, it is. And he said, well, you can keep a little, like a little. I said, no, I said, I'm just being obedient to what he's telling me. And the funny part about this is In the bills of our church, God gave us a number to give for the bills. There's always a story to a story for what God does. So my husband and I prayed about a number, and we weren't in agreement with the number. And I said, I'm not telling you my number until I hear your number, because you're the head of the house. And so I'm faith to a maximum level. My husband always says, I think you have enough faith for both of us in lots of respects. but my husband's a born again believer, and when I tell you my husband's story, my husband was a drug addict, and he came to know Christ when he was in his 30s, which doesn't happen very often. But when God took him at the bottom and removed his addiction in a minute. So if he could tell me he doesn't have any faith. He didn't go anywhere, he didn't do anything except for read the Bible, and God removed his addictions. So I'm telling you, together, it's a powerhouse team, but I have to tell him, because sometimes he gets in his head, and that's what happens in Mary Kay to people. You get in your own head, and that's what happens with my husband. He will say things like, well, I don't have much faith. I said, what are you talking about? You were at the bottom of the end of the earth with nothing to do, and the only person that could help you was God. And you picked up a Bible, and in a moment's time, you changed your life. You had to have some faith for that to happen. And that's a lot more faith than I've had for things in my life. So I think it's relative, but we get in our minds, it's all about a mindset. You're helping women. Why would you want to sell their product? And why are you holding back? Because you know what, that woman that you didn't convince to get that skincare set, what happens to her? What happens to her when she doesn't get the skincare and she starts to get older? And you just didn't take the time, or you just didn't believe, you didn't want to say whatever it was to say. I'm not doing this to sell makeup. I'm doing this to change their life. Because as their face looks better when they get older, it's a transformation. And the relationship that I build with them is a transformation. People that I work with in my school, they're so funny. Some of them, especially the millennials, they're like, I don't think I want to take my makeup off in front of my principal, okay? I'm like, okay, well, can you just do it at your sink at night? Maybe you can just take it off in the sink and we're just virtual. Okay, that'll work for me. I don't know why that's different, but it is for them. So, but whatever works. But my whole thing just is, you've just got to choose to do what you're doing. And I think, for me, we came up with a number that we said this was the amount. And my husband was like, okay, Ann, so that's the amount. He goes, how on earth are we doing that amount? I said, I have no idea. And this was like way before, this was when I still thought I was a consultant, but I wasn't. How about that? That was like in, May. I mean, I still thought I was a Mary Kay consultant, but I wasn't. So, anyway. But, so I gave a number, and so my husband is sitting back and he says, we've almost reached the number. And we had 14 months to reach the number. But we're not even only a few months in, and he said, we've almost reached our number, what are we gonna do? I said, well, I guess our number, that was just a minimum, right? So we just keep giving. And so, but he's like, who would have ever thought that Mary Kay would bring the money in to build the church? And I said, people bring the money in, God's gonna bring the money in all different ways, but for me, that's what Mary Kay is. I'm just giving money to the church. I mean, so.
Do you use that as part of your I-story, Ann?
No, I don't at all.
No.
I never mentioned it to anyone. This is the first time I've really talked public about that. It's really I mean, I talk to a few, but I don't talk about that. But sometimes people do say to me, why do you do Mary Kay? And I say, well, it's about transforming women's lives. It really is. And so that's why I do it.
Wow.
I mean, I loved Mary Kay when I was in it. I need you to hear, I argued with God when he told me I had to step out of Mary Kay to go back into education. I argued with God. The same way I argued with God about a little bit about Annette, helping her out. I argued with him then about, I don't think so. I mean, I love what I'm doing. So God literally took the business away from me. I mean, customers stopped buying from me because I wasn't listening to him. He literally took the business away from me in pieces. And I was like, what is going on? Where I was forced to have to go back into education. But I was really not forced. That's what God was asking me to do. So I stepped back into that. And I knew I was there for a season in time, which is the whole ironic piece of it, because I was really upset with him that he took me out of that. And now he's brought me back to that, which is like a circle. I'm like, and I love doing Mary Kay. I always did. I loved it. So, but for a season in time, God said, no, I need you to do this. This is where I need you to be and doing. So that's what I did.
But saving you for the dream team.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm bringing you back to Tanya's question. This was fabulous, but I am
Oh, the
loving.
virtual.
Have you
Yes, the
closed
close of
the
virtual.
So when I close someone virtually, we finish the virtual appointment and then I just call them
Okay, you do
individually.
the call. Okay.
And I will FaceTime them if they have an iPhone. And I will message them if they have an Android. I video message them.
Like on Facebook?
But I talk person to person with the people. So I call them back so that I'm still like face to face with you. And I do exactly what I did here over the phone. But if it was a 15 and 5, I ask a few different questions, like tell me which one of these products you just love today. And they tell me that. And then I said, talk to me about what skincare you're using. I still ask the very similar questions that I did here, but they just didn't try it in person. They just heard about things. But I always bring it back to the skincare. For me, when I did that sales and all in that week, I sold over 29 sets of skincare.
Wow.
And I never put the product on anyone's face. I just talked about how great the skincare was.
Wow.
That's all I did. I never put the product on
And there
anyone's
was no
face.
discount.
No
she
discount.
was not-
I wasn't discounting anything or giving anything away
She
during
was
that
just
week.
selling.
And you call all the people that right then, like you call one after another, and you let them know, okay, I'm gonna be calling each one of you, so be close to your phone and be ready.
Yes.
Yep.
I just did, I hopped on her event that she did this week and I had 6 people and I called each one of them after and, I follow up with them. And then I also follow up and I book them. I said, I'm so glad you came on this virtual appointment, but I really wanna see you in person so I can pamper you. So I also say what works for you best, a weeknight or a weekday, because, and then I ask them, do you wanna do a virtual appointment? Because I can meet with you in person and we could do the virtual appointment from there.
So I wanna point that out. So many people are doing 5 and 15s and then that's it. Now, I love the 5 and 15, don't get me wrong, but why wouldn't you book the party? You've just gotten them excited. When people stop at the end of the 5 and 15, you've lost the purpose of the 5 and 15 is yes, to sell, but to book them, because now you've piqued their interest about these other products. So, gosh, I wish everybody would get that thought process of, let's do the 5 and 15 to book the party, okay? All right, now 2 more things, and then we gotta go to lunch, and we'll do our booking right after lunch, okay? I want you to rehearse with me what she said about the conversation about the business. I turned her down, I was like, oh no, I'm not interested in the business, but can you say the words one more time that you got me to listen to the business? So you asked me, have you ever thought about this? And I was like, nope, not interested. What were the words?
Well, you know what, I think that, I appreciate you sharing with me, but I'd really enjoy getting your feedback, and I'm doing some training, so you could really help me out if you would just be willing to listen, and I'd be willing to give you a free mascara or a lip gloss of your choice, just for listening to the information. I know it's not something you wanna do, and that's no problem, but listen to the information and then give me some feedback, because I'm learning how to talk to people, and I know you'll really be able to give me some great feedback.
Yes.
So she really books everybody.
Yeah.
And
They
she's
don't know
giving
anything.
a mascara or a lip gloss. And so when we get done with the conversation, we've probably done I don't even know how many career chats we've done in the past.
I don't know, you
I don't
on my
know.
sheet,
Yeah, I don't even know.
I
But
miss a
every
lot.
time we get done, I say, Ann, was there anything else you want to share? And she goes, I just want to say thank you so much. And Daniela, I'll be getting you that mascara that you wanted. Like she always says at the end, thank you so much for helping me. And a lot of them are signing. A lot of them were just, there's potential there for later, and some are just a flat no. But she's giving everyone a lipstick or a mascara. But she's literally sharing with everyone. And literally.
They don't know what they don't know.
That's right. You can't make
So
them decisions.
the thing is you have to make that extra step. When she says no and you say, oh, okay. Well, then what's you're missing out on the opportunity that God might have for that person.
Right.
When you don't get them to listen to the career information, whether they want to do it or not. If they don't know the information, so they don't really even know what you're asking them to come do, right?
That's true.
I mean, think about before you heard about Mary Kay, what'd you know about it? Nothing. So if I don't ask, then I don't really know whether she'd really want to do it or not. And you meet these people and you don't really know what's going on in their life.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you want to share the career? I used to be, the first time I was in Mary Kay, I was sales. And I just didn't think about the fact of the opportunity. And so the lens shifted for me has been, you have to sell in the same way that you talk about the opportunity. It's a match for a match. You're selling the product, you want to do it, who cares? Look, just those 6 people on my faces sheet, this is a great example for you right here. So So, so Jackie, I'm just gonna use first names. She came, she was at the party that we did together. She works at my school, she's been telling me no, but she does have a little bit of fear of missing out. There's some other people that have joined in. So, I followed up with her and she said, this was one I did without you. So she said, I do wanna sign up, yes, go ahead, just send it to me now, and I'm gonna go ahead and sign up. So that was a follow-up, but I have talked to her so many times, but never sat down and explained the whole opportunity to her before. So she didn't really know what she was saying no to. Once I shared the information, then she was a yes. So that's all it took. With this person, she bought $216.50 at the party with me. And then, I had an event on Saturday night when Karen came to town. Was the one reason I said, I don't know whether you should really come that weekend or not. Well, she came. So while I was there, I maximized Karen's time. I put her to work. So I scheduled these people to all do career chats with Karen that night while I was gone at an event.
And she kept texting me, this one's at 7. This one's at 7. Okay, I got it.
So I was maximizing her time, but then this person she talked to that night, and she texted me and said she's a yes. Just send her the agreement, send her the agreement, so she's a yes. And so she signed up that night, and since then, she not only signed up, we held her launch party. She didn't order any product, but we helped her sell over $1,200 of product, and she placed a $1,200 order. And this is someone who probably makes less than $20,000 a year. And so the potential for what this could do for her life has changed. And I've known this woman for years. And so, anyway, this is just from when Karen came. That's just 2 weeks ago, y'all. And so then this person, she was at the party and she listened. She bought $306 worth of product. And so I talked to her and I said, I would like to talk to you about the career information. You didn't talk to this one either. I forget about these people. But she said, and she goes, you know what? I bought $306 and she said, and I've got to order this for my daughter and I've got to order this for my, I said, girl, I need to talk to you about the opportunity and because you could be getting this at 50% off, right? And so I talked to her about the career opportunity and she said, oh yeah, just send me an agreement. Not only did she send me an agreement, she said, can you help me place my first order? So I literally sat right there with her. She signed her agreement. I said, well, do you want to see the product video? She goes, no, I know what I need. I know what I want. I just want to place an order. And I said, well, I'm going to send you the video for information just so you have it. She goes, no, I need you to sit down now with me and place my order. And I was like, okay. So I placed her order for her right there on the spot. That's good. I don't make this stuff up, y'all. It's just God. I don't know what else to say. So Kim signed up, and so she got started. She's already placed an order. And then Margie, she's great, love Margie. Margie's getting ready to retire. And she's a principal, and she's getting ready to retire. She goes, I don't know what I'm going to do to retire. Now here's what Margie said to me when shared the opportunity. We did it together. She waited 24 hours. I thought Margie didn't care at all. Literally, Margie was like, she was taking her makeup off. She was in her pajamas, taking her makeup off.
While we're
She
video,
wasn't
you
even
couldn't see her face.
You couldn't see her face while we were talking to her, so I'm thinking, Margie's a for sure no, right? That's what I'm thinking in my mind. So then I follow up with her the next day, and she says, you know what? She said, girl, I would pay $100 just to work with you in retirement. Because she said, we see each other all the time as principals, and I don't want to lose that connection. So she said, you bet, I'm signing up. She signed up, and then she placed a $2,400 order within the next week. This is what I'm talking about. These are just for when Karen was there. I want you to know this is
I've already been talking
just
to
within the last 2 weeks. And
I'm
then,
sorry, I've got a
I can't make
question.
this stuff up. So then I did Sharon's face, and she signed up, and she's working on taking orders and gonna place an order. But that's good. Those are my 6 people just from.
Now, the key is this, she followed up with everyone with a phone call, no texting.
Nope.
She
No
called and followed up. She very rarely talks about just get your products at cost. It's a part of the process of, hey, and also you can get your products. But she is keeping customers that will pay full price. But she's sharing the opportunity over and over and over.
And the reality to it is what I see as the bigger picture, because it was all about the sales. And now I understand it's just a balance of both, because some people are gonna say yes to the opportunity, some people are gonna say no. But if you don't offer the opportunity, they never could have said yes. If you never talk to them about it, how can they say yes?
But they could say no 5 times and still say yes.
Well, we talked about it, there's 3 principals now that are signed up, and we all talk about how we're all gonna retire, and we're all gonna drive by the district building in our pink Cadillacs and visit them, and we were just waiting.
There is a photo shoot of those Cadillacs.
Yeah.
All right, one more thing, and then Mary's got a quick question. you've started now calling everybody after the party like a day or two later. Talk about that really quick.
So I call them and I just check in with them and I said, hey, I haven't seen your picture of your bag yet. Have you organized your bag? And some people will say, no, you know, it's still sitting there. You know, that's real for people. I'm saying, if you haven't sent me a picture of your roll-up bag full of your products yet, can you send me a picture? That's the first thing I say to them. I'm waiting for the picture of the roll-up bag. And they say,
This is to your customer.
yes.
Yeah.
And she says, well, I haven't have it organized yet. I said, oh, can we organize it while we're on the phone right now? She says, sure. So it gives me an opportunity to talk to her while she's fixing her roll-up bag. And I say, talk to me about the products that you started using. What do you love the most? And usually it's the skincare. You know, I'm glad you convinced me to get the skincare because I've been using it now for 3 days and I can already see a difference in my face.
And is this video chat or just regular call?
This is just a phone call.
Okay.
Yeah. And so anyway, sometimes they organize their bags. Sometimes, of course, you know, if they're a little organized, they have everything already set up, ready to go. And so then they just send me a picture because they haven't yet. But we talked that through, and I just talked to them about how excited I am, and I remind them I can't wait for your follow-up appointment on November the 8th. I can't wait to pamper you. And I said, talk to me again about who's coming there to that event. And so it's 3 days after I'm checking on her as a product, and I said, remember, I'm your consultant, so if you have any questions about your skin or anything happens, don't just call your friends or text them. Please reach out to me to ask me any questions you might have, because I'll be able to answer those. So lots of times, and this is what I found to be the case, they'll say, well, you know, I've really thought about it, and I'd like to go ahead and get the oil mattifier and the foundation primer, and I think I'm gonna start that men's skincare for my husband. So could you just go ahead and deliver that to me? So when I do a 3-day follow-up call, I'm following up about them, I'm following up about the next appointment, I'm following up about, and they're ordering more products lots of times because they've decided well, I'm calling them and they're still thinking about some of those things that they tried, right? And then I ask them about, and if they haven't done the opportunity chat yet, or if it's coming up, I say, remember, your Zoom scheduled for this Saturday, and I'll see you at 5 o'clock. I'll send you a reminder as well.
So because she's taking the time to follow up, she's increasing her sales greatly. It's pretty amazing. But she's making time. She's extremely busy, but she's making time for the thing. She's not procrastinating. She's making time to do the follow-up. And everything that's happened in her business is because of a lot of good follow-up. And she's busy, so it's quick. It's not long and drawn out and talking about family and what you're doing this weekend. It's to the point, and but
It's
people
that
are
deep
seeing her as their
personality.
consultant. You guys, you're a consultant. You solve problems. You give advice. This is what a consultant does. She's securing that relationship, that trust, and that credibility and friendship.
And
It's so good.
by doing so, those customers are never ever gonna.
They won't leave her. No.
So there are a lot of people that says, my consultant's never done this for me before. I used to use Mary Kay years ago, and I bought some product, but she never followed up with me.
Yeah.
And so, but that's the connection. When you first meet someone, if I don't take the time to follow up with you and you know, it's not about coming there and purchasing and then I'm never in your life again. Because all 29 of those skincare sets that I sold that month, they're all gonna come back to reorder.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to stock up. I thought about that. They're all gonna run out around the same time.
Yeah. Very, really, really fast.
So the question that I have is what I was hearing you say is you go ahead and get their order from between $200 to $250, and after that, they're signing up like 3 days, 4 days later. And you're doing an additional debut for them. You're not converting that order to help them?
No.
That's in addition to?
No, that's in addition to. I've never converted their order.
Never.
They bought their product and they weren't a consultant, so they bought their product and they paid full price.
That's the business.
Yeah.
And Mary Kay would always say,
Take this out first.
like she's saying, why didn't you just take that order that she ordered and put it into her first order?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like instead of, so she spent $230. Like, well,
Yeah,
why don't you
activate her
just sign
discount.
up and just get it in there? It was a process. She sold her, she booked her, she shared the opportunity, she recruited her, but she's not gonna go back and, that's how she sees this as a business. The woman sees this as a business.
And I've had many of my team members, and they say, they laugh, they say, you know, I spent $250 with you, and then 2 days later, I signed up to do this. And they laugh about it. I said, you know what, that's gonna happen for you too, just wait.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll teach you how to do that, and you'll have the
Okay.
same thing happen. So what they get back is that in their business, other people, the same thing happens for them. So it's gonna be a return.
The way you recruit people is how they think the business works. And you want to recruit them from a party because they just saw the whole business work and they saw how much money she made and they saw the bookings. That's how you're modeling the business.
So that day, we sold, I don't know, was it over $1,400?
At, your party, it was $2,700.
Oh, yes, that's right, but yes,
Because there were 2 parties.
that's correct.
It was crazy.
And that was crazy at that
But
party.
if they don't.
At that party, the second party, I think it's important to say, because that was a really interesting close. So someone decided, this was for one of my team members that we were doing this for, and someone decided they wanted to sign right there and place their order. So Karen got stuck with the person that wanted, another person, this is not the first one I talked about, who wanted to sign and place her order, so she was stuck in that room. So then she sent the consultant into me to say, and you're gonna have to close everyone else. So that was a unique situation, because I literally had to close, and I'm closing in the dining room with everyone there. Now, I've never done that before.
Right.
But I went person to person, and most of these people spoke a lot of Spanish, and so I'd be like, no hablo español, and then I'm like, can you help me translate? And so I'm like telling them what to say, and the woman's like, well, this is pretty easy. Yes, it is easy. See, that was a moment that I took to just sell products, but almost every woman there ordered between $200 and $300. Like, I just went person to person, and they all convinced each other, you had to have this and you had to have that. I've never seen that happen before, but that was a unique situation.
And it's confidence. She's confident in what she's doing. She's confident in the product. She's confident it's gonna be perfect for them,
So from start of the party to walking out the door,
That was a weird one.
how long are your average parties?
Well, that was still only, that was a weird one, but it was just over 2.
Yeah.
But she had 9 people there? She had 9 people. So it wasn't 6 people, but that's what took so long, is closing all those people.
Right.
So,
Yeah, we do pretty quick.
I mean, I'm in and out within 2 hours for sure. If I go somewhere else, 2 hours is max.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do, because we can't be late because they're serving us lunch, and so we have a little booking blitz that we're gonna kick off. So I need everyone back here as close to 1 to 110 as possible, just depending how crowded it is in there, because then we have our round tables. So if you can, we get our picture too. Let's see if we can run out there really quick and get someone to do a picture. So throw your lips on, and then we'll head into lunch, be back here by 10.